Welcome to Good Morning Reflection. Today, third episode of the small cycle about work, and I would like to share today about the relation between work and having children, which is very interesting from the perspective of my experience in Tanzania or Africa and West, generally speaking. And I think both of those the dimensions of our life are very important. When we read Genesis, second account of creation, Genesis 2:3, and then we realize that we are actually, in order to subdue the world, we are to do two things. One is to take care of the next generations. We are to multiply. We are to make sure those who are our children, they actually know how to behave well, and we see it especially after the curse. It's not easy. So that's one reality, the reality of next generations, and I think it's really important because I think in the West we've lost basically this dimension of the reality. Somehow we feel like it's not necessary, like we should not take care of who will be next. We just live for ourselves, just follow your dreams, be for yourself, find your calling, blah 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 blah, crap. Basically it's not true. It's not true. I mean, we've never been created to live for ourselves. We've never been created to live just thinking about our own life. We always were to live in some kind of holy generational chain, and that's our calling. That's your calling. That's my calling. And we are crazy in the West. We just forgot about it, and we focus instead of one again true God-given dimension of our existence, which is work. And this is where we get our identity from, dignity from. This is who we are. We are basically who we are by our career, what we do, what's our social status, all of it. This is what we are. And I would say, yes, that's true. I mean, because we are to subdue the world, we are to shape the world, we are be innovative, we are to be creative. That's all true, but not at the extent of the second dimension of our life. And what I find really interesting is that Africa thinks exactly otherwise. So from African perspective, it doesn't matter really whether you work at all. It doesn't matter what it really does not matter what is your work like. What matters is how much children you have, because they've got it really, they or you maybe, perhaps because maybe you are from Africa, so you or they realize very clearly this God-given responsibility for next generations, and they are serious about it. So they would never say there is enough children, because they realize there is no such thing like enough children. If you have problems with raising your children, your village will help you, your family, extended family will help you. So basically, and they are not so crazy about I would say sometimes really the thing that we imagine we should give our children. They say no, they will be okay even with less maybe things, but with more love. And of course, education is a big problem in Africa, so I'm not saying that we should not think about giving education to our children, but still I would say sometimes West thinks in terms of having things instead of shaping the minds and hearts, which is different thing. And I think Africa got it better. So in Africa, it's the other way. They basically see how important it is to have children, how important it is to raise them, how important it is to... basically, they know it's a blessing. You don't have to convince anyone about it. whereas West forgot about it. So when I see those two parts of the world, and I'm in a way part of both, I see that both have one thing really, really well and one thing very, very bad. Like I see in Africa the value of the work, value of creativity, education. Some people don't get it. Some already do, but some people don't get it. On the West, so many people are, they just forgot about God-given responsibility of taking care of another next generation, which is very, 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 very bad. So we should do both. We cannot say, oh, because I'm hardworking guy, I don't need to take care about family and next generation. That's not true. On the other way, you can say, oh, I have so many children, I have 20 children, I don't need to take care about working hard and shaping this reality. You should. You still should. You have some calling, professional calling. You should, except if you are mom. Because being mom, I think, is a professional calling of taking care of next generations. But for men, it's a different story. So both are needed, both are important, both are God-given. Make sure that you take care of both. The Lord, thank you for your calling, thank you for your plan, and I just ask for all of us to see clearly your calling in both work and working hard for the next generation of the people on this earth. May God bless you. See you tomorrow.